Hello everybody and welcome back to Goodsauce Tech. My name is Vlad and today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be looking at the most asked questions on the channel because there are quite a few that repeat themselves and we're going to give a more elaborate answer than I can do in the comments. So, let's get going. Most of these are going to come from my monitor review because that is the video which exploded. I think it's over 40,000 views right now, which is absolutely mind-boggling. But here are a few. First of all, we had quite a few people asking if you can wall mount the 29UM58, which is that monitor which I reviewed. The answer is yes, you can wall mount it. It supports VESA 75x75, but you do need to buy a wall mount yourself because it doesn't come with one, it only comes with a desk stand. Next up, we had quite a few people asking whether this monitor would be suitable for a triple display setup. Now here's the thing with this. This is very wide. I don't know if you realize how wide this is. When I first got it, I was looking at it the way a cat looks at a football game on a big TV, right? Having one of these and two 16:9 monitors would be a bit of a stretch because that's a lot of screen. I mean, if you like a lot of screen, sure, go ahead, but you would have to move your head quite a bit to take a look at all of it. Two of these and the 16:9 monitor would be even harder to get your head around, and three of these would be, a neck workout. But that's just my opinion. I don't really like to move my head that much when I'm looking from side to side. But if you have no problem with that, then yes, this is better than a bunch of 16:9 monitors because it's wider, you get more screen. Again, it's pretty much up to you. There's no tech limitations to that. We also had quite a few people wondering whether the monitor actually comes with built-in speakers. Now the answer to that is no, it doesn't come with built-in speakers. However, it does have an audio pass-through. That means that there is a green audio jack port at the back of the monitor, and you can go ahead and plug your headphones or your speakers directly into the back of the monitor instead of plugging them into the back of your actual computer. So it makes it easier, but no, it doesn't have speakers. Next up, quite a few people wanted to know whether the HDMI inputs at the back of the screen were 1.4 or 2.0 or some other version. And the answer to that is it doesn't really matter. LG's website is not quite clear about that. They say 1.4 and 2.0. I don't know if it's one or the other, if one port is one and the other port is something else. We don't know. But the point is, all HDMI versions are compatible with all other HDMI versions, right? It's backwards compatible, forwards compatible, whatever you want to call it. So, that's just something you don't have to worry about. Finally, moving away from our monitor review, we had quite a few people wondering whether a certain GPU is compatible with a certain motherboard. Now, this is from my GPU compatibility guide, in which I did say that most GPUs will be compatible with most motherboards. But in the process of writing the script for a video, I tried to write it as short and as information packed as possible because I want to keep the videos not too long so people don't lose interest and they don't have to sit around watching the same video for 15 minutes when they could just as well watch it for 4 minutes. However, in that process, I do lose a bit of clarity sometimes. So let me say this again. A GPU uses a 16x PCI slot. Every motherboard has at least one 16x PCI slot. So, what I was getting at in the video is not that your motherboard may not have the slot, is that you have to look inside your case and just make sure that there's nothing plugged inside of that slot, right? Just look in your case and make sure that that slot is free. What could be occupying it is a graphics card, a network card, a wireless card, or any other expansion card. But your motherboard has it. So, all in all, just to keep it short, every motherboard has the slot you need, but just look and make sure that it's not occupied with something else. And just when you thought that we were done with that display video, we're not. Some people wanted me to compare it to a 27-inch 16:9 monitor. Now, in this case, it was the curved Samsung display that is 27-inch. Now, that's a great display, but I would go with the ultra-wide for a few reasons. First up, the ultra-wide has a better pixel per inch ratio. That means that the pixels are packed closer together, and that makes the image sharper. Second of all, it's the fact that the ultra-wide actually has this unique aspect ratio, which really lets you visualize more, while the 16:9 monitor is still 1080p. So while the screen itself is bigger, the actual amount of things that you can fit on it is the same. If this doesn't make it quite clear, I have a whole video on that. It's my display size versus resolution video, and it will be in a card right in the top right. And that's pretty much it for the comments that actually did repeat themselves. There are a ton of other comments, and I am so very thankful that you guys take the time to actually ask the questions, and also I've seen a lot of very positive comments in the comment section, and I want to thank you a huge amount for those. And yeah, not to keep you here for any longer, that's about it. This has been Vlad from Goodsauce Tech, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.